So now that means I can go and find a place where they don't ask a whole lot of questions for the night.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
going in.
Yeah.
I'm going into that neighborhood, whatever you name the neighborhood, but I'm going there. You know, it's a place where they're not going to ask questions when you slap down a 10 or something on the, you know, slap down your 10 for the night or however much. And
Yep. So that would be the East End. So the East End, it's like it's
it's over to the
lots.
east, and it is the end.
It is exactly. It's a lot of say people on the move. There is sort of there's nightlife, but not the nightlife that
right. It's not fun. Right.
You really want to be too much a part of. There's lots of places that rent rooms by the hour if necessary.
Is that the brother and the sister? Is that the brother and the sister? That's them. Is that them? No, so, it's not them. Not them this time. Okay. Staying alert. Staying alert.
And I think in the I think if we think of the way it's drawn in a comic would be like it's drawn as them the first time, but then we kind of get that second Willie look, and it's not. So Willie has made his way to the East End with some cash to kind of tide him through at least another night or so in the city here.
Don't want to use my cards right now. Don't want to use the card.
No. So let's move back to gratitude and star. So did you have a sense of like so what type of stuff do you want to talk or how what's your thoughts about that conversation?
So I think it would be trying to get Star a little drunk, and gratitude does that thing.
We're terrible people.
Yeah, this isn't great. Gratitude is doing that thing where she is like making it look like she's drinking just as much as Star is, but she's not at all. And they're walking around with this big bottle of wine. And I think gratitude is trying to, get as much details about at first about the the safe or the suitcase with money or in it or whatever, but eventually once she's a little drunk, she just wants to hear all the like traumatic shit that's happened to Star in this cult, because she's just like feeling like great that this inner circle person is like hit the rock bottom. And I think so that's at first it's like, oh, let's make plans, but it turns into that. So I don't know. Yeah, I guess first there'd be some information gathering, I guess, some sort of stuff.
So I mean, I think in terms of the information, Star's wanting to get the details, and she kind of wants to kind of put this on your lap. She's like already considering like, oh, you're the expert on doing anything kind of criminal. Right. And so she kind of tells you, where the safe is, and she goes over like how many bodyguards Zag has, and like she says that she has the passcode to get into the apartment, but the safe itself, that's why she's coming to you, because she needs someone who's going to be able to kind of break into it. She says that she does say like what else would she?
Does she have how much money is it? Did you say that at some point?
So she's not sure, but she thinks it's going to be a couple $100,000.
Okay, yeah.
And it's going to be cash. And she's not, and she says like, and I don't really know what it's for, right? She's like saying like, I don't really know. Yeah. I don't know. He's making some type of deal. Someone's coming in from out of town for it, but I don't really know what it's for.
Oh yeah, gratitude is just Okay.
And I think though that she is a little bit more. She's not as. I think then she's a little bit less kind of she's more reticent to kind of spill other details.
Okay.
And she's sort of holding back, and hard. It's sort of hard to get a read on her. Like now that she's like kind of seems to have gotten you interested in this money thing. You know, she's trying to keep it together. She's definitely still a little nervous, and she's drinking too. She's like wanting to. She hasn't said no to that.
This is fucked up. Okay, so I think I'm picturing us walking to this like, you know, these streets where there's like bricks that kind of line like the corners of the street, and you can sit on top. I don't know. This is like an image I have.
Yeah.
Of these kind of neighborhoods. So we're like sitting on. I like pop up, like pull myself up to sit on it. You know, like we're young again or something, and I help her get up with me. So we're drinking on this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, I've opened up to you about, you know, the hard times I had in the cult, which hasn't happened at all. And I just need to know that, you know, like, you trust me and that you can open up too about what happened with you there, because, you know, like, I don't, like, you know, I'm doing you a big favor, and I just feel like we need to really trust each other, because how do I know that you're not just, you know, doing what Amos is telling you? You know, like, I need to know that. Yeah. So that's what gratitude is kind of saying. And I said it in like a sentence, but she says it in like 30 different ways over, you know, 5. It's very like this whirlwind of reveal your secrets to me, and I'm telling you so much, and all this. So
yeah.
That's kind of And I have a trait about this.
I think it's a role.
Yeah.
Because like I say, that there's definitely this like, oh, I'm telling you all this information and very free with all the stuff about the logistics, and then sort of like getting personal, pulling back a little. So I think it's definitely a role. She's, you know, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm going to be generous to Ron and mean to Sam, but she's.
Don't feel any.
I'm just teasing. She's
I was going after soft targets. I mean,
you know, she's
this is a hard one.
You know, she's on guard. I think she's softened up a little with the wine. We'll say 2 dice from me. And she still needs your help. You know, she still needs something from you, so she's not like gonna put up a wall.
Yeah. Now I've got 10 in the pool, so I think I have my 2 dice. I don't think that there's a relevant trait here.
Oh.
No, definitely not. So I think I'll put in 6 dice for my pool.
Ooh. Okay, nice.
All right, I've got 2 ones, which is nice.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay. So you can take the you can narrate the success. I'll just
yeah, it's probably So a couple of kind of 2 things that she's probably holding back that's reasonable to kind of let you know about. So it comes out, and again, you know, I don't know. We can kind of I can work my way into how she'd say it, but like, you know, you're kind of putting this. You're kind of talking about your experience with it, and she's like, you know, she starts saying like, well, at first I you know, about Amos, when you say that here's when you say that, like, how do I know that Amos is doing this? He said, and she says, if Amos knew I was here, he'd kill me. He's already some of the other in the inner circle he's already had killed. That's why I have to get out of here. I you know, he's I don't know if he's paranoid or what's happened, but people who've been with him a long time and who kind of know things about him from when he started the circle, you know, if we step out of line or look at him funny, you know, we're disappeared. You know, the only way I even got out today is like I've got to get back. Even you know, I can't be away too long, or they'll realize something's up. But I'm afraid that you know, she's like, you can look into it. She's like, you know, the the some of those women who've been killed by that killer, like, you know, they were, you know, some of them were in the inner circle, but tried to leave. If so, you know, so I mean, if Amos, you know, like I say, I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not doing this for Amos at all. I've got to get as far away from him as possible.
Which is why we're going into his room and getting into his safe. And
Okay,
But I
yeah.
have to get away in style, Ron.
Right. Yeah. And so now this is funny. Okay, gratitude. So this is like this is the point we've reached where she says that she's got to get away, and so gratitude says, "So were you coming to me so that you know I could use my connections to hurt Amos, or were you coming to me to help you get money?"
Well, I mean, of course I should get some of the money. I mean, I told you about it.
Yeah, gratitude says, "Of course."
Yeah.
And she takes a big swig of the wine, and then she says, "We should probably get you back now."
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she, you know, will quickly lead her back because she's like, oh, better not make Amos suspicious enough.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So she's, I think she's kind of goes back a little tipsy. She gets into her car. She's not too inebriated to drive.
Mhm.
I mean, or she is.
Yeah, I think she like probably.
Or
is,
she
right?
is.
I think definitely she probably is. So I think
I'm so hardwired to like. I'm like that drunk driving. That's like the worst. I mean, like I don't even want my character to do it, but she's gonna drunk drive. She's gonna do it.
Yeah, I think before she leaves, I mean, gratitude will give her something to, you know, give her a little boost to wake, you know, wake her up so she can drive better.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, that'll work fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
I gotta
I
write
think
that down.
gratitude would offer her someone to drive her, but I mean that's suspicious. Like,
yeah, that would be too. She doesn't want that. No.
Yeah, there's no way. So gratitude wouldn't even say it because she knows that that's
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so she you know, she drives off and she kind of, you know, turns and kind of waves and almost like sort of loses the road, but then gains it again and kind of drives out. Oh, I guess she would have like made some. She would have given you like like she would have given you like the number to the apartment and given you like hours that it's safe to call.
Right. Okay. So she does have a phone.
Yeah, she has a phone there. Okay. Like, she gives you like a window of time where it's safe to call. She'll know to pick up.
Okay. Cool.
So let's go back. So I think Willie can get himself into one of these places that we talked about. You know, he's probably safe for the night. And does he have kind of long-term survival plans at this point, or long-term thoughts at this point?
You see, what a guy needs at a time like this is leverage.
Yeah.
Can't just, you know, got myself out of danger with my quick thinking and my natural talent.
Yeah.
But if I know anything, it's that I need some kind of edge. I need some kind of way to come back at them. And the only way I can think of is you know, who is this guy? Who is this guy that this guy I saw? I mean, I'm trying to think of his face, and I'm thinking of, and he's okay. He's with this Zag guy. He's with this. Okay, so he's connected. What you connected to? Oh, what can I, Oh, I don't know though. I'm scared. That's that. I'm starting to think big, and then I get scared. I mean, I'm just a white collar schnook. I'm not, a player. Um, and I've cleaned myself up. I've made something of myself, right? I'm not going to mess that up. So I've just talked myself up big about, maybe playing in the game and, being a player and all this. And then I scare the crap out of myself. And now I'm, shivering.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I am. I think I'm going to lay low, but probably sleep badly tonight. Right. Like,
Yeah.
imagining, realizing that what's the best way out of here? What if something happens? There's no good way out of here. We're on the upper floor row of, cheap rooms, and there's no good way out of here. I'm suddenly realizing I thought I was safe. Oh no, I'm in a box.
Yeah, and it's and maybe even more that sense of like and time is running out. I mean, you're sort of you're having trouble. Are you having is he having trouble sleeping?
Yeah. I mean, he sleeps a little bit, like on and off, on and off.
I kind of like the idea too of, in these fits of kind of falling asleep, he's having these sort of, dreams / these sort of like sort of hallucination, sort of like
Right.
hallucinations of, hearing people at the door whispering, hearing people, there's like people in the room next door, and he's starting to think like there must be talking about me. They know I'm here.
Oh yeah.
So let's wrap here then. With Willie paranoid in his hotel and Gratitude ready to take care of some business. Okay.
Cool.
Excellent.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Thanks, Ron. Good to see you guys later.